Hello, welcome back once again to this channel, Capstone Classes. And today, I have seen students struggling a lot with few of the formulas which start as early as 8th grade, and those formulas are related to areas and volumes, which is particularly part of mensuration. So let us first of all understand what actually area is. So the difference between area and volume, there are many differences, but the basic difference is that area is a two-dimensional, area is a 2D thing, which is a two-dimensional thing, which only has the length and the width, which we take. And volume is actually a three-dimensional thing. So, in order to understand volume, we have to do a bit of visualization. So volume is a three-dimensional thing. Now let me start with a very simple figure, which is, let's say we have a rectangle. So just consider this to be a two-dimensional thing, a piece of paper where you have the length of this rectangle is L and the width of the rectangle is B. So if width is B, so basically this length, this line is B, this length is B. So how many times do I need to draw this line so that I reach here? So I have to draw this line with length B L times to completely shade this region. So length be L times, so the area is, then this entire region will be covered. So that is why area is L times B, L into B. Now what happens is, if I raise this, I add another dimension to it. So let's say something like this. Then this whole thing, this area is going to be projected over this height. Let's say the height of, now the figure thus formed is a cuboid. So this L times B is going to be projected H times. So the volume is L times B times H. L into B into H. Sorry. Now can I say that volume is also equal to area times height? Area times height. Alright. So let us move ahead now to a little more complicated figures. So that was the story for area of a cuboid and the volume of a cuboid. Now what about a circle? Let me change the marker. See, so in earlier video I have explained the meaning of pi. So what is pi? Pi is nothing but, pi is the ratio of circumference to diameter. So now pi is the ratio of circumference to the diameter. So now if I wish to find circumference, let's say circumference of any circle which has, let's say, radius r. R is the radius of the circle. So circumference is going to be pi times diameter. Using this cross multiplication, circumference will be pi times diameter. Now what is diameter of the circle with radius r? Which is going to be 2r. That is why the circumference of circle is 2 pi r. So no need to memorize this. I mean, you can easily understand that. That is why the circumference of any circle is going to be 2 pi r. Alright. Now let us talk about a cylinder. So what have I explained just now, that volume can also be considered as area times height. Alright. So now if you have a cylinder, obviously right circular cylinder, so the bases are in what form? They obviously are circular, so they are circles. So let me consider this as a circle of radius r. This is again r. So what will be the base in form of a circle? So what will be the area of the base? Of a cylinder? That will be pi r square. Right? And let me consider the height of this cylinder to be h. So what will be the volume then? Just you can, go back to that formula. Area times height. So what is the area of the base? Area of the base is pi r square times h. So the volume of a cylinder is going to be pi r square h. Alright. Now let us consider the surface area, the outer surface area of a cylinder. So the outer surface area is, when we are considering the circumference of a circle, we are only considering this length. Alright. So what happens, just think about it. What happens when I take circumference of the circle, circumference of this circle, and multiply it with height of the circle, cylinder? What will I get? So I'm just taking the outer surface and throughout this cylinder. So I'm not taking the inside thing, because volume is always the solid part, which is obviously we have seen, which is pi r square h. Now if I'm taking only the circumference, so only the circumference means only the outer part. So the outer part, if I take the outer part of the circle and then multiply it with the height, I am going to get the curved surface area, only the outside area of the cylinder. Alright, so now you can go back to more similar formulas, and my emphasis is that you should look at figures this way, so that you don't have to memorize the formulas. You have to really understand them well. Alright, thank you so much for being with me.